Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. It's kind of misty, kind of foggy. Not too cold. Excuse me. Alrighty. Isn't this fun? Working on things? Thursday. I'm not typically right here, right now, right today. However, that training, whoa, it's a close one. Slow down. That training really kind of changed everything up for the scheduling of things and such. What a beautiful sunrise it was this morning. And that's all. Thank you. No. People jogging, people riding bicycles. Had some weird dreams this morning, last night. I don't know. Does anybody have any weird dreams about old friends and old friends' older brothers jogging and playing basketball with them, and then that the basketball hoop is 30 feet in the air and 70 feet away, and somehow you can goaltend. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. So that was fun. But today I am going to try out a bit of a self-care routine at work. I'm going to do a 5-minute walk, a 4-minute meditation, a 3-minute journaling session, a 2-minute breath work sesh, and drink one 64-ounce bottle of water. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to see if my buddy Alex will join me. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Another rocket ship song. You know, sometimes when you get a little tired, children's music arrives in your thought patterns, and you can't help but say it out loud or sing it. But I have more to say. I have more thoughts, I think. I had a nice meeting yesterday with, I guess I would call him my friend. He was a client who is more interested in just sales and acquisition, and he's just a genuinely nice guy. So I had a lunch with him yesterday, and we shared our little up-to-date stories and made each other laugh, and that was about it. Ate some food. It was good times. He was asking me about my own project and my website, and you know, I haven't really put as much energy into that as I would like to say I have, but it just kind of got me thinking and spurred some more interest in that. And well, that's all I needed. Just a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of help. Keep on rocking. So yeah, staying on the positive side, attempting to be above the line. There's a line. It's so easy to dip below and just dwell in negativity, or just, you know, that negative side of the equation is so slippery, in my opinion. And yeah, choosing an attitude of conscious receptivity and awareness, just attempting to be aware of what's happening is helpful. All right, so I also bumped into a gentleman I met through my work who is a naturopathic doctor, and he's a really, really cool guy, really interesting guy. He has a amazing understanding of history and medicine and astrology, and I mean, I'm probably cutting him, falling short on all the things he's savvy with, but you know, naturopathy is much more holistic in my eyes than, you know, conventional medicine, in that I believe he authored a book about herb, drug, one other item interactions. So it's like, you know, it's very hard for one particular chemical to have a positive effect on a broad range of people when everybody's different and everybody's got a different routine and has a different chemical makeup, and you know, is ingesting different constituents and herbs, and so yeah, he's a really cool guy, and I tried to help him out a little with his request there. And he had presented that information on Mercury being in retrograde, and that he just simply observes it. I told him about my upcoming signing of a contract, which is a serious thing, refinance. And I'm like, well, if we initiated well before, and then finally the paperwork is ready tomorrow, would you sign it? And he said, probably not. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, well, just simply observe to see whether or not it's ready when they say it will be, which I think it will be. And so we will see. We will see. He's got much more long-term data than I do, and that this is relatively new for me to conceptualize and contrast between Mercury and its non-retrograde status. Not sure exactly what that term would be, but definitely still have some gorgeous leaf contrasts going on, still some green holding on and very quickly transitioning, but the skeletons of the tree are emerging, and just a little bit of the photosynthetic leaf is hanging on. He mentioned that it would be a good time to sort of edit and review things, so I don't know exactly how that works for me. I'm going to try to maybe go back through my website, edit it, my portfolios, or the projects that I'm currently working on, kind of think through those. But getting back into writing lists, I do feel that I kind of let that go a little bit when I started writing my journal, and now that I have found myself sleeping a little more in the morning and attempting to do this routine at work, I haven't been making as many lists. My wife has been almost daily making lists, and I mentioned we make our own toothpaste. We were pretty much out of toothpaste, and I asked, could I put in a toothpaste request, and she said, I'll write it on the list, which will increase the chances of me doing it by 50%, which I thought was pretty darn good, even though I think she said it in a way that was meant to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek, like there's little chance that it'll occur, but I'm feeling that since we had that conversation and joked around a little bit, she'll most likely do it, especially if she watches this. Honey, I appreciate that. I do. I also appreciate the ability to better understand what we're feeding our bodies, right? Of course, you're not supposed to swallow your toothpaste. Please don't. But you're putting it all up in your mouth, and you're absorbing some of it, I'm sure. I mean, obviously, you can't turn off your salivary glands or your enzymes that begin to break things down as they hit your tongue. So we're a little more aware of what we're putting in our bodies in that space. Okay, still haven't changed my clock on my vehicle. I'm holding out, staying strong. No, we'll see if I can, how long I can let that ride before my mind decides to change it. Now we are heavily overstaffed currently. The sky is going up far. And, okay, grow. This guy, amen. What do I have? What do I have? What is my end thought for right now? Just kind of persistence, staying with it, continuously checking in, and yeah, that's what I've got. So, like, subscribe, share, be well, don't swallow your toothpaste, take a breath.